Stand-up comedy.
Just you succeeded. Where do we write?
I've never done it before.
Okay.
So.
Do you always wear rainbow on your face?
Iris already put her main thing in for you.
Good.
She just threw one in there.
Hey gang. You want to hear some jokes?
Yeah! I love you, man!
Me too. I don't have any. Katie said I couldn't do music, so she was like, just do some stand-up. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then, but that was like a long time ago. And then, so I was like, okay, yeah, that'll be fine. You know, I'll just write down some funny stuff. And then I didn't write down anything. And then last night, I was like, trying to think of some stuff. And so here I am.
And in the car.
And in the car. And so just hoping funny things come out of my life. So I've been thinking lately how bad I am at being an adult, you know, and
I mean, you have a rainbow on your face.
I know.
I mean, that was planned. I want the other name for that bucket.
His shirt also
We
says
coordinated.
But go ahead. Tell us
So
how
far,
you
Iris really likes what you're doing.
I was wondering how anyone put me in charge of anything, and I thought I have trouble like figuring out an outfit that matches for work, and but so as a kid it's not fair because I watched like all these shows like Danny Tanner from Full House, you know, and like I kept thinking like, man, that guy was awesome. And I would watch as a kid, you know, and they had the cheesy like electronic piano, and he'd be like, "Whoa, Michelle, I guess we can't judge a book by its cover." And then we all learned something today, and I'm really like, yeah, you know, I did learn something, and I'm never gonna judge a book by its cover. And then cut to last week at the grocery store, I'm standing in the wine, trying to buy a bottle of wine, and I'm just sitting there, and all I got to go off of is the covers, and I'm like, oh, Danny. 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 And then all I could think of was the fat cat playing guitar. That's what I had to go off of. So,
over his face.
And now it's
Work over.
oh
Go
no.
ahead.
Now it's another clown.
Now it's another clown. Oh man. Okay.
This is getting
So-
good. This is
Hands in
getting
your
real
pocket.
good.
I'm going to see this side of the face soon.
Okay. So I think how that scenario would really play out, you know, at the end when Danny's trying to give like the life advice, is he'd be like, well, Michelle, sometimes when you're an adult, you're going to tell someone 100 times not to do something, and then they're going to do it anyway, and then you're going to point it out to them, and then they're going to be like, what? And then you're going to get fed up and say like, seriously, Josh, if you wake my baby up, I will slit your throat and feed you to our cats. Katie would never say that. She would never say that. We have a great relationship, very supportive. She was pregnant and we had a baby.
That's what happened.
Oh yeah, it's exactly how it happened. And there's a funny story because like she would always want ice cream, and I was trying to, but she would eat ice cream and then like not feel good, and so I would try to tell her like maybe don't eat the ice cream. But if you know Katie when she was pregnant, like it's not easy to say no to her, but you know someone's got to do it. So she'd be like, I want ice cream, and I'd say, no, you know I think you're okay. You don't need. I want ice cream. I'd be like, no. And then I'd get a text from David, and he would say, hey man, like you want to hang out, like play Magic or something? I'd be like, yeah man, come over. And he'd come over and he'd just have a bag of ice cream, and then he'd give it and be like, oh, actually, I can't hang out, man. I got stuck.
Evil one there that you're married to.
But we made it
I
through,
think I got a good
and
one.
now we got this awesome baby.
Making that one happy.
But there's a lot of things that when you're a parent that they don't prepare you for. You know, it just kind of happened. To say
Like
the least.
everything.
Like one thing specifically, I didn't understand how many interactions we would have with like complete strangers who just want to talk to you, and I don't. my favorite thing about babies is that they don't care. Like, I feel a social obligation to like try to make her do tricks, you know? And she just looks at me like, I don't know who this is. I don't know why I don't have to do anything for them.
Show them my
So-
elbow.
Yeah, exactly.
All
So,
done, Mom.
so like nervously sometimes I'll try to tell her like, say hi Iris, say hi Iris. And then it's so funny, randomly I started noticing when I said that, people like took it as like an order coming from me, like say hi Iris. And they go, hi Iris, hi Iris. And I'm like, part of me feels bad, you know, like, oh, like I wasn't trying to order you around, and the other part of me is like, yeah, say hi to my baby. And also go away, because I don't want to talk to you anymore, like my baby. So I don't have a segue, so I'm just going to say this thing. So this is one, this is my closer, it's the big one.
I'm ready.
Have you seen that Chase Sapphire commercial with a guy, and it's the blue card, and he's like on the beach, and he's talking to his bank, and he's walking on the line? No? No one's seen that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, seen it, totally seen it.
Okay, well, there's a commercial for those that haven't seen it, where this guy, he's walking on the beach, and that's how the commercial opens, and then he's on the phone, and then he's talking to his bank, and I just thought that was the most ridiculous thing, like when you're on your vacation, like, what do you want to do? It's like, you want to get a pina colada or like go to a dance? Like, no, I'll be back. I got a minute. I'm going to talk to my bank real quick. I'll be back. And I just thought that was funny. So, okay, I actually do have one more joke that I'm going to try to tell. That, it's about gun rights. This isn't mine. I stole it, but I thought it was really funny. It's that, you know, everyone's talking about the Second Amendment, you know, and the founding fathers, like, oh, that's not what they meant, and all this stuff. But I feel like if you really talk to the founding fathers and were like, what do you think, you know, the Second Amendment, all this stuff, I think they would say, what's this I hear about your president? Is he one of Thomas Jefferson's? Okay, that's all. All right, that's it.